Hello, I'm going to do a tutorial today on making a towel that you can hang over your oven door. Alright, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a pot holder, just a regular pot holder, but you need it with the hoop on it like that, because that's going to be your buttonhole. And then you need one towel, just a regular towel. That's all you need. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to fold it in half. But what you're going to do is you want this side facing up because you don't want the tag showing on the other side. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half, just like that. And then you're going to pin it. Let me get it folded back again. Okay, so you're going to pin it right here on the inside so you can get your center mark, and fold this side up again and pin it like that. Okay, when you open it up, there's your pins. Okay, you can cut this tag off if you want. You don't have to because it's not going to show anyhow. Okay, then for the towel, it's already folded in sections like this. But what you want to do is you want to undo the sections. Okay, let me move my camera because I'm going to use this to lay everything on. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to unfold the towel. Okay, you see this line right here, that fold line, that is your center line. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pot holder and you're going to center it like that. That way you've got your straight pins in on this center line, which I don't. Hold on one second. There, now I do. Okay, and so then you just pin it down. I'm trying to do this with one hand because I'm holding my camera with the other hand. Okay. Alright, so now it's pinned. Okay, you see it's pinned. So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to take it to the machine. So let's go over to the machine. Oh, this is my new sewing machine, by the way. So this is going to be my first tutorial on my new sewing machine. Okay, so let me get this where it's not going to fall. Bring this up so it doesn't knock my camera over. I don't have a lot of room in my sewing room to really do videos and things, but I work with it. Okay, so you want to center, let me show you. Okay, you want to center where that straight pin is with your foot. So where your needle is going to meet the fold there, that's where, whoops, I'm sorry. Where the needle's going to meet the center there, that's where you want to start your stitch. So let me go ahead and lay this back down over here. I'm trying not to move the camera so much so you don't get so dizzy or whatever. Okay, I have the machine all set up. So you want a straight stitch, which is right there. Just a regular straight stitch. You want to be able to, you need to back up the stitch to tack it in. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move my pin. I'll make sure I get lined up really good and get this tag flattened out. All right, here we go. And take your time, there's no hurry. You want this to look nice. You know, you could also embroider on the pot holder if you have embroidery on your machine, or if you like to hand embroider, you can always do that. Okay, let me go ahead and stop this video, and I'm going to take this off the machine and I'll get to the next step. Be right back. Okay, the next step you want to do is you want to fold this over, because when you fold both sides over, and I'm holding the camera with one hand again, but when you fold it over, then it's going to look like this. Okay, now the next step is you want to fold each end over. So how I do the measuring is I do it with the end of the pot holder here. You see where the seams started and ended. So anyhow, that's how I determine the fold, and then I press it along the edge of the pot holder like this to make sure that I get it nice and even across that way. And then what I do is, let me get my straight pins. Then what I do is I'll go ahead and pin it. And again, I'm doing this with one hand. Okay, and then pin it over here. Okay, and then you want to pin it down on this end of the pot holder. Make sure you get it evened. Then you want to do this end of the pot holder. Okay, so we got that part done. You want to pin the rest of it because you want to make sure when you get it to the machine that it's all going to be even and lined up just right. Okay, and like I said, this is a Dollar Tree towel. I got this for my daughter. My daughter told me one time at Christmas, I made my sister one of these. And my daughter told me probably about 2 years ago, and I'm just now getting to it, that she wants a towel to hang on her oven door, like I made my sister. And I made my sister's out of rooster towel, and I got that from the Dollar Tree too. So anyhow, she has the coffee decor, and so I thought, I saw this in the store a couple weeks ago, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to go ahead and make her towel set that she wanted. So this is for her birthday, and I hope she's not watching my videos because she is one of my subscribers. And so hopefully she's too busy with my granddaughters to watch the video. We'll see. Okay, so I got this. I'm sorry, it's so hard to try to do this with one hand, but anyhow, I got one side done. So you want to turn it around, get to the other side. Let me get my straight pins back, and same thing. Okay, so you see where that was sewn right there? That's how you want to determine where you want to have the fold. So let me just stick a pin in there just like that for a second so I can get this all lined up. See, what I'm doing is I'm not looking through the camera part of this. I'm trying to look at the fabric to get this pinned. Okay, so I got that end. I'm not very good at doing tutorials because I don't have the right kind of camera equipment. I wish I had a remote for the camera. That would be nice. I have a tripod, which is on the tripod now, but with the kind of space I have in this room, it's kind of hard. Okay. Alright, I need to push this pin in. I didn't push it in all the way. Okay, now let's get to this side. And looks like it's pretty much lined up right. Okay, so we're going to come down here. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like when you are done. with the pins and everything. Let me zoom in a little bit. You see how I have it lined up with the pot holder, and then evened all the way down, and this is the middle section. And make sure you get that lined up nice too, because you're going to be sewing down the middle section along the sides where those pins are. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Let me stop here and get you to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm back. Let me go ahead and get started here. Make sure I have everything lined up just right. Okay, now I'm going to try to swing you around front. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. You want a back stitch. Make sure you get it lined up right, and you know, you see where my foot is right here, just right on the edge. Okay. Okay, now we're getting ready to go over the pot holder. I don't think I should have done that. I'm going to check it when I get through. I'm making her 2 of these. So when I get through this seam, I'm going to check, because I don't think it is going to work out going over that pot holder. See, I'm just taking my time. I'm in no hurry. Back stitch. Okay, let me stop here and let me check. Okay, I've started sewing up the other side, and I'm getting to this part right here. So what you do now is you fold. This is what it was. This is how it looked when I was sewing this other side till I got to the point that I'm at. Okay, and I had the pot holder sort of like this and holding it up a little bit. Well, what you want to do now is you want to fold it completely in half, and you want to pin it. Okay, so because what you're going to do is you're going to come from here all the way to about right here, and then you're going to cut your thread, and then you're going to continue to the other side of the pot holder. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue where I left off till I get to this point right here. Okay, I'm going to slow this machine down a little bit. If you ever get one of these machines and you want to slow the speed down, do it like this. Okay, because I had it too fast, because I do so fast, but for this video I need to slow it down. Okay, so I took out my last pin. Okay, so I'm getting ready to come up. Alright, and then I want a backspace, which this is your backspace. And it automatically cuts my thread. Alright, let me stop this video again, and I'm going to get to the other side and line it up, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, I'm on the other side of the pot holder, and what I did was I flipped it back and I put my straight pin in, just like I did on the other side, but I flipped it the other direction, toward the back. Okay, so I've got my machine all set up, I've got the fabric in, so let's go ahead and get this sewn. is going to back up the stitches. That way you've got it tacked in and it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, this is much better to do the video. A lot slower. Okay. Take my pin out. Get it lined up again. I don't like sewing over pins. I've broke too many needles doing that, so don't ever sew over your pins. Took another pin out. Let me get it lined back up and push the button. I love this machine, and I don't have the foot pedal with it. I haven't picked it up yet. But to sew without the foot pedal, it was kind of strange at first, but I love it. Okay, then back up. And it cuts my thread. Alright, I'm going to stop the camera, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like so far, because we're not through yet. This is what it looks like when you're all through. Now remember, when you sewed coming down this way, you had to put the pot holder back this way and pin it. And then to get to the other side, you had to flip the pot holder over, pin it on this side, and then continue down. So I hope this helps you understand a little bit better than what you saw on the sewing machine. So anyhow, this is what it's going to look like when you're all through. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it over. And I found out the next step I'm getting ready to show you, if you don't do this, you're going to have some problems, because when you hang your towel up, everything's going to fall. Okay, so you see that it's pretty much lined up pretty good. You might have to do a little adjusting here and there. And let me get my straight pin. Let me pin that there. Okay. And so what we're going to do now, you need to line this up. You need to pin. Like that. And then pin on this side, because what we're going to do, and make sure you get it lined up just right, and what we're going to do is we're going to sew this down. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sew here all the way down to this end, and then I come back and you can feel the lump underneath here. And so what you want to do is you want to sew down here all the way and feel where that lump is on the other side, which is this right here. So make sure you feel that. And I don't think I got it smoothed out very good. There we go. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have two lines coming here, and then don't forget you need to flip your pot holder over, so that way you're not sewing across this, because if you do, you're going to have some problems. But I'll show you that as I get to it. Okay, I'm going to stop and get back to the machine. Okay, I'm back. I've got the towel set up on the machine. I'm on the back side, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, it's thundering again. We had thunderstorms 9 o'clock this morning. Lasted for about, I guess, an hour. And we're having more thunderstorms. I just heard thunder again. And my dog is going to go crazy. She does not like thunder. Okay, take out the pin. We're almost to where the pot holder is. Okay, and so what I did was, on the underside here where the pot holder is, I had it flipped up like this. Okay, so when you get to the pot holder, which is going to be right in this area, you want to stop and then cut your threads, because you're going to have to pull this back up and then continue on this side. There may be an easier way of doing this, but this is the way that I found out that's better for me. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Whoops. There you go. So we're almost to the pot holder. Right here is where the pot holder is because I can feel it. Let me zoom in a little bit here for you. Okay, now where this pin is, that's where the pot holder is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and backspace. Okay, take the towel out and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm on the other side of the towel, and what I did was I flipped the pot holder. I don't know if you can see very well. I flipped it to where the other side is facing this direction here toward the back. Alright, so let me get this right. Okay. Backspace. I have it on automatic backspace, so it does it automatically. So if I ever forget, then yep, here's Angel. She heard the thunder. She comes running to me. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the end of this. I don't ever sew this slow, so it's like, am I ever going to get to this end? Okay. Alright, so smooth your towel out. And you see that this is lined up with this side here. I like that. You know, you could also add trims, ribbon, lace, whatever you want to do to this, to the edge of this before you start this part. That's when I would probably do it. Or you could do it after this part, I guess. But my daughter doesn't like trims and lace and that kind of thing, so I'm just going to leave it plain for her. Okay. That's done. I'll be right back with it lined up for the next section. Okay, now I'm on the other side, and what I did was I pinned all the way down and made a straight line, and I felt, here's the other side of the back of the towel, and so I just felt for where that was, and then that's how I pinned. So I'm pinned on the edge of the towel back there on the other side. Okay, let's go ahead and get this sewn. Oh, I accidentally hit the backspace button. Alrighty, let me get this line back up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And just feel for where that crease of the towel is. Okay, and you see I've got the pot holder facing toward me. And then when we flip it over, it's going to go this way to get to the other side. Okay, let's go back. And I try to get as close to the edge of the pot holder as I can. And I'm doing probably about like a 1/4 inch in between both seams. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to backspace and cut the thread so I can get to the other side. Okay, now see I flipped the towel, the pot holder over, and I'm going to line this up with my straight pin, which is right about there. You see how that is? Okay. And here we go. And I've got my pins right there on the crease of the top back side of the towel. So I'm just following the straight line, and I'm still feeling for that crease. Sorry that the camera's so wiggly. I'm still holding with one hand. It looks like I'm getting a little off-centered here. Let me see here. Okay. Backspace. We're almost through. All right, I'm going to stop here and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I've got my tailor's chalk because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mark for the buttonhole. Here's the button that I'm going to use. And look at this. This is an old box of Dritz tailor's chalk, 10 cents. You got 4 pieces in here for 10 cents, and I don't know what year this is from. 1949. That's when this was put out, I guess. Okay, anyhow, let's get back to this. I get interested in stuff like that. Alright, so here's your pot holder. Here's your towel. Everything's done except for the buttonhole. So now what you want to do is you want to bring the hoop over. Okay, and let me see if I can't set you down. I've got you on the charger now because my phone just died. So let me see if I can turn this table around so I can get to the side here. And get you angled where you can see. Sorry about all of this. Okay, now you can see. Put your tab over like this, okay? And then you're going to see this little section right here. This is where your button's going to go. So you make a little mark there, tailor's chalk, you know, whatever you have. Okay, and then we're going to sew the button on. Like that. All right, I'll be back in a second with my needle all threaded up. Okay, and here's the button. It's already sewn on. Here's the loop that goes around the button. That was on the pot holder. Okay, so that's all there is to it. It's pretty quick and pretty simple. And you have a good day or good night whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe and click the like channel and leave comments and questions. Bye bye for now.